Hello. Thank you for your time and allowing me to give this very important presentation to you today. For those of you that I haven't met, my name is Sammy Purvis. I'm the Training Chief and Fire Investigator here at Thompson McDuffie Emergency Services. Thank you for allowing me to discuss with you the community risk reduction effort. Community risk reduction is just what it says. It is the idea and the act of reducing risk in our community. Historically, the fire department handled fires, possibly did a little education in schools to the kids on stop, drop, and roll, and in some communities, handled fire prevention through fire inspections. In today's society, the fire department has transformed into an all hazards emergency management agency. We respond to and manage a multitude of different types of emergencies, which include fire, EMS, rescue, hazardous material incidents, fire prevention, fire education, and now community risk reduction. The term community risk reduction is slowly replacing the fire prevention title, which means we work to reduce various risks in a community, not just fire prevention. In order for us to reduce risk, we must identify the risks we have and then prioritize them so we can focus on what is the highest priority. As the kickoff to our 2022 Community Risk Reduction Initiative, we conducted a risk assessment or risk analysis. A risk assessment is performed by gathering data on all types of emergency calls that we respond to. We determine where the highest call volume is located and what the highest type of calls we have are, and what the cause of the most calls we have are. Our assessment data indicated that we have two neighborhoods with the highest call volume in the city, and these highest call volume for fires, and the highest number of fires with a cause and origin that can be linked to the overloading of power strips. Also, we have numerous homes in these communities without working smoke alarms. One well-known method of fire prevention is the 5 E's of education, engineering, enforcement, economic incentives, and emergency response. Our 2022 Community Risk Reduction Initiative will focus on the lack of working smoke alarms in homes and the overloading of power strips, which causes fires. The 5 E's will be used as follows. We will educate on the risks that we identify or have identified. Engineering, we will continue with our partnership with the American Red Cross to install smoke alarms in homes that qualify free of charge. Hopefully we can partner with some local parties and entities to provide some more smoke alarms. Enforcement is not really useful at this time because private homes and there are county ordinances that apply. Economic incentives at this avenue could be addressed in the future, maybe in the form of tax breaks or a reduction in the fire fee that homeowners pay for their property. If the landlords supply and maintain smoke alarms and encourage residents not to overload power strips. An emergency response. Our response data will be gathered and evaluated to evaluate our initiative. If our call volume for fires that are attributed to power strips go down, we're making progress. If we note that homes are having more working smoke alarms as we go to them, our initiative is working. We're getting more progress toward our goal. Our initial focus will be on the education portion. We plan to reach out to the two identified neighborhoods through local churches that serve these areas, as well as our senior citizens center here in the county and other local civic groups. We will educate them about the use of power strips and how dangerous it is to have overloading of them, which can cause fires, which is the leading cause of fires in our community. Our second education initiative and focus will be on the need to have a working smoke alarm in every home. We will explain to them how the majority of house fires in their neighborhoods did not have working smoke alarm. Engineering, our focus will be on the installation of the alarms provided by the Red Cross, and like I said, we will seek additional partnerships with local entities to supplement that supply. Enforcement, again, It's not really relevant at this time because of its private homes, and economic incentives will be addressed in the future in the form of tax breaks and fire reduction fees if that's something the commissioners wish to pursue. The emergency response, like I said, we'll use our response data to track our progress. If fire calls go down in these areas, we're making progress. If we see more working smoke alarms, we're making progress. If fires related to overloading of power strips go down, we're making progress. So our emergency response data will be our guiding light for that. The cost that will be incurred for this initiative, it could be $10 to $15 for a smoke alarm or the life of a child. The cost for the initiative is minimal to the county. Smoke alarms are donated. The cost for installing them will be performed by staff on duty, so that cost is minimal. The cost of the education, the personnel to educate, is also minimal because it will be conducted while on duty at local civic functions and locations. The benefits of this initiative, the lives saved are the most important benefit. The less property loss we have, it benefits the occupants and the owners. The less blight in the community from burned, damaged houses in the neighborhood, that benefits the entire county. The reduced call volume saves the agency and the county money for response cost. That's another benefit. And good public relations is a very positive benefit. In review, getting a working smoke alarm into houses and preventing fires from overloading of power strips is our goal for the 2022 Community Risk Reduction Initiative. Thank you again for allowing me to present this information. If you have any follow-up questions or any clarification needed, please get with me after the meeting. Thank you and good evening.